Hello and welcome back to Strongwoman High's Life is a Mishmash. We are here today with Steph Brambles, fresh from England's strongest natural woman. How are you doing, Steph?
Okay, a little broken still. I'm not going to lie.
Same. Absolutely
I
same.
thought it was fine until I went to do something, like actually train, and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, that's fair. I trained this week and I have got the worst DOMs I think I've had in years, probably.
Yeah.
It's been so bad.
I did end up dropping weights and stuff, which was fine, and I was fine with it. Like, it wasn't one of those where you get really frustrated. I just sort of thought, we're just moving, hit it.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I love that. Well, so I know you've already done this. Unfortunately, listeners, this is actually take 2 of the podcast because I fucked up and my mics didn't work and was shit. So we're having to re-record this podcast. So, Steph, do you want to give a brief introduction, elevator pitch to who you are, what you're all about for the podcast?
I'm, I've gone completely off.
I am Steph.
Why is that such a difficult question?
It's the one that everyone hates, to be fair. Everyone hates an elevator pitch,
Steph.
don't they?
I'm 39 this year. Yay.
Woo!
So another year and we're on to the Masters, which a few more options. I'm a parent of one. I've got a daughter. She's 7. She keeps me busy. I am working marketing as an administrator. It's not that exciting to explain, but I enjoy it. It's a bit of traveling potential, so we'll see. It's the first year in that role that I've been with the company I'm with for like 4 years. It's an electrical manufacturer, which sounds even more exciting than my job.
Super excited.
Unless you like that kind of thing. It is really interesting, but yeah.
Yeah. No, nice. Amazing. How long have you been training for?
It was 2024 was my first comp. Yeah. And then I think I ended up doing like 3 that year, maybe 4 after the first one, including a push pull. So yeah, I think it was 4 that year.
Amazing. No, awesome. And we're fresh off of England, so this was your first step up to the national pathway, wasn't it? How did you find it? Let's do a bit of a review of your comp day.
It was good. The way they laid it out allowed me the opportunity to experience the national comp because I've looked at the qualifying weights and not a chance. I was like, not a chance. I mean, I didn't expect to be anywhere near that level anyway, but obviously the way it was sort of laid out last year, because I based, like looking at the weights that were for the category under 82s for that year, I'd have struggled as well. But because they obviously did it with trump weights this year, I was able to go for the lower weights.
Yeah.
To experience it, but also challenge myself a little bit. Like I did give the 80 a go, which I've never even. I think I barely got it off the floor in training, and I managed to get it sort of halfway up my shin. But I knew it wasn't going onto my knees, so I dropped it and dropped back down to the 60. But I was, to be able to give it a go was good and just experience it. And not that it's a big deal, but overall, in the whole list of people, I wasn't last.
Hell yeah.
Not that it mattered. I was last in my category. Not all the way through, which I was like, so like I gauged that. I was like, oh, that was keeping up.
Yeah.
I wasn't like massively at the bottom, if you know what I mean. So like in some events, I was like second to last. In others, I was like last in my category. And I say I'm not like bothered about that. I had my own goals and I exceeded my own goals. Quite a lot actually, which was quite good. So I exceeded what I went in for, and that's all I really focus on anyway. Because I think you have more fun that way, anyway.
100%.
And does it really matter what other people do? I just think I mean the fact that you're there, and there's some incredibly strong women, like yourself included, but like I look at the under 64s and under 57s, and I'm like, they're starting with weights that are heavier than them. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, how are you doing that?
It's
Like, it's
absolutely
incredible.
crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally agree. I thought it was wild seeing what the 57s and the 64s were doing. But I
yeah,
love what you said about like staying in your own lane and just like focusing on your own
yeah,
goals. And like that, the thing is, you've got to start somewhere. And like the fact that you've just taken that step up to compete in a national pathway,
yeah,
even knowing that like you might come last or that you're going to come last, like you've still done it. You've still taken that step
yeah.
up. And now you have the experience of that type of competition too, which is like
I want to do it
so
again as well.
valuable. Yeah,
I
that's
want to do it
class.
again. It was great.
100%. This is the best part of it, like, for me, is seeing people, like, take that first step and then just be like, "Yeah, this is fucking mint. I'm gonna just stick
Yeah,
with this."
it was
Like, I
good.
love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Let's go through the events then quickly for you and see what your goals are, because I wanna hear what your goals were going into it and then how you, like, exceeded it on the day.
Okay, so the deadlift, I struggle with deadlifts. I've spoke to you
Same.
off thing a few times. My 1 rep max was like 130, and I'd only ever done that in a push pull. In training, I was barely getting that 125, and it was frustrating. So one would have been great. I was aiming for two because comp
Yeah.
get the adrenaline. I thought, come on, I can do it. I got three, so I was well happy.
Class. That's
um,
absolutely
oh,
class. For to say 130 is your max as well,
yeah,
like, 3 at
yeah.
125 is min.
Yeah, and the best thing about that one is I managed to control my my legs were just like jelly, and I felt like they were completely useless, to be honest, but I managed to sort of focus myself and push through it, which I was quite pleased with, because normally, to be blunt, adrenaline, it fucks me up. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually drive me. I just like really struggle to sort of like, and I going that staying in my own lane and just focusing on what I'm doing helps. 'Cause I was kind of like blocked out everything else,
Yeah.
um, which I didn't do on the overhead because, um, well, I kind of did, but the ref was saying, I think what they were actually saying, I think, is you've got time, it's fine, you've got time, but all I could hear was time. That's the only word I could hear. Which then I was thinking, are they telling me I haven't got time? Like, it's time? Like, what's going on? People are still moving, and then it just kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
Not to say that I think I'd have got that. I got one rep on that, and again, that was my. I think I'd got that once in a push pull as well before. Um,
Class.
I'm not saying that I'd have got that second rep at all. I don't think I would have done. But like when I just completely got thrown because I did.
Yeah.
That was me just not focusing on what I was doing and just um
Yeah.
the third event, what was this? What was the third? Was it
The
Husafell, the third
Husa
one, wasn't it?
carry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah.
As soon as I got it on my chest, I was like, ah, that's actually hurting. Like
This
in
sucks.
training, it didn't. But I had Sharon, yeah.
Yeah.
She was mint. I actually did want to drop it before the end. I really did. Like, I think it was before the last run. I really was like, I'm gonna just leave this. But she kept saying, "Go on, go on, go on, go on." And I was like, "Okay, okay, okay."
Yeah,
And
she was my ref too,
it was
and
good.
like I knew I was slightly behind. I could see Kerry next to me in the lane, and I knew Jess was well far ahead of me, and I was like, "Shit!" And I had to like try and catch Kerry up, and Sharon was
Yeah,
just beside me, screaming like, "Get her! Go on! Come on! Bit further!" And I was like, "I'm trying," but it was
yeah.
so good, and I love how many people as well have like messaged and said like she just absolutely made
She
my
did keep me
day,
going.
and
She
yeah,
actually
kept
really
me
did.
going.
Like,
Yeah, it's
I
class.
did, and because I had a reset moment, and that kind of like second wind, if you like, which I do seem to be fairly good at in short bursts. Short
Yeah,
bursts of energy is what I'm generally quite good at. But anyway, I was so yeah, she did get me on that one.
mega.
Farmers, farmers, I did what I thought. I was a little bit disappointed actually with how I did that because in I had done the 70 before in training and I dropped it just before the line. Like it literally fell out my hand. Like it slid out, like it took my skin with it. It was,
Oh
like
no.
it, like it went. I was like, and you could, if you got the live stream from that end, you probably saw me go, fuck, and I came off. I was like literally like that far away from it.
Oh
But
god, so annoying that, innit?
yeah, I did think in my head there was a potential I might have been able to lift up the 80. I don't know if I'd have completed a line, but I thought with the training, but that one that's what it was. I still managed to 70. I think is still a PB, is still like a max for me. So it was
Yeah.
good to do it, especially as it didn't go up straight away.
Yeah.
And then everybody else had gone. I'm like, okay. And then the sandball was, yeah, that was. I was quite happy to get the 80 up as far as I did. That was quite cool. I'm not entirely
Hell
sure how
yeah.
many reps I got, to be honest with you. I can't remember. At that point, I just kept going, and I went to the end. I didn't stop, and I think I got an on the whistle one on the last one, which I think is always quite fun.
Yeah.
But like
Proper. I love getting stuff just on the whistle. Like, you know, when you've just
on the
made it or
whistle,
you've got a
yeah,
couple of seconds to spare and you're like, ooh,
yeah.
just
I'm sure it landed just before she blew the whistle, so I was quite happy about that one.
class. No,
Yeah,
what an awesome day for you though. Like, what an absolutely mint day stepping up and just having like a great time. And like the 82s were fucking class, weren't they? What a cool
it's
group
my
of
first
people
cut
we
as
had in
well.
it.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was my first cut as
100%.
well. So yeah,
And that was solid as well. You managed to make weight, no problems at all, did it? Although
I wouldn't go
hard
try
work,
no
but did it?
problems. There's a few
Problems, but
meltdowns
it
along the
did
way.
it.
I mean,
100%.
effectively, like I started, I was 98 kilograms at the end of July, and I got to the weight obviously in February, but in January I was still 93.
Well, yeah. Oh my God. That is such a big cut.
I'm 92, 93 still in January, yeah. So,
Fucking hell.
um,
What have you bounced back to after comp, if you don't mind me asking? I can cut this bit out of
so
the
what is it? I
podcast if you
weighed
don't
it.
want to tell people.
No, it's fine. I thought it was quite funny. Like, I know you put the weight back on over the weekend, don't you? But I think I weighed in at 81.9 and I was 88 by Sunday night.
Hell yeah. Hell
But I didn't even
yeah.
eat that much. I think my body was just like, I'm not doing
I
this
need to
again.
store
I'm
this.
keeping it. And around
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
86, 87-ish. 86-ish,
Oh, that's not bad at
give or take.
all.
It's not
That to
too
be
bad.
fair, to have
No.
level out to there, yeah, that's where I used to level out at. Like last year when I was competing, I would usually
Yeah.
go up to about. I mean, I'd usually hit about 90 kilos on comp day because I'd just be so
Mm.
absolutely feed myself to death. But then yeah, I'd usually level out at about 86, 87. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
and that's a fairly
And
easy weight to cut from.
obviously like this week has just been kind of going back to routine and normal food really, and I'm back cutting again on Monday.
It's like you're
Got an under
repeating what
80s
I
comp,
did.
and
It's like what you're repeating what I did when I first went into the 82s and was like, I'm just going to keep doing this over and over again until I get so
yeah.
sick of it. Give it another 3 years, mate, and you'll just naturally come down to 82. It's fucking great now.
Oh, good. Well, to be fair, because the original reason I kind of thought, I'm going to cut to the under 82s. One, because I didn't really fancy the big girl open weights, to be honest. But
Fair.
also, I thought, at the time, I felt like I didn't feel that great in myself. So I thought, this gives me a target. It gives me a goal. I'm going to go for it. And obviously did. And then I've gone for an under 80s, which is on 14th of March. Great turnaround. And then the 29th of May, another one, which is another under 80 again. I'm not willing to kill myself for it, but I figured as well, it keeps me from piling it back on. Like,
Yeah.
I can just stay that way. I'm obviously going to put the effort in and hopefully make under 80 for this one in March, but like I say I'm not killing myself for it.
Yeah. I think
Or
that's a class
not.
attitude to have towards it,
Mm,
definitely. Because like it is taxing on your body cutting that much. But if you're lining up comps that you know come in that you need to be sensible for, like you said, you're gonna
mm,
try and diet. You're gonna make the effort with the diet, then aren't you? And not just
yeah,
think, oh fuck it, I'll just water cut in the last minute. Because like I got to that
yeah,
point where
absolutely not.
I was like, fuck it, I'll just water cut. And then I think my last one that I did was like, it might have been Brits, and I cut from 87, like 87 and a half, I think, and it was probably my biggest water cut I'd done, and it wrecked me big time. And I was like,
No,
can't do this anymore.
I feel
This
like
is
mine.
silly.
I mean, I haven't got much experience with it, but I feel like mine was just right. I felt fine on comp day.
Yeah.
Sunday, I felt like I'd been hit by a bus and with a massive hangover, like without the drink. But
Yeah.
I felt fuel for my comp, and it felt like it was good. And obviously, I had I had Claire like guiding me, which was real. I don't think, even if I knew what I was doing, I feel like I'd still want her there because
Yeah.
it just felt safer to have somebody checking in and making sure you were okay. Like I said, I didn't get to that, I was still talking quite and chatting and quite happy. Like I didn't get to
Yeah.
that delusional sort of like really like fucked up kind of stage, for want of a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
Um, but it was, yeah, I was just so thirsty.
Yeah.
Honestly, there isn't a thirst like it. Is there? Like,
Nah. And it feels like even when
I
you
was,
start drinking, you don't really catch it up. You're like, when will this
oh,
end?
it was euphoric. That first drink of electrolytes. Honestly, I feel like my eyes rolled to the back of my head. Like I was just like, oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Yeah,
In the bath,
having
sweating like fluffing
yeah,
my hands for some
absolutely.
moisture.
It's when you start chopping ice cubes in half because you know you can't have a full one. That's when you know you've hit rock bottom. That's when you know it's fucking it's gone tits up at that point. Absolutely. But having Claire Myler do your cut though, like genius idea. I think
Yeah,
definitely
it's
when you're
good.
first starting and you're working it out, just having that like sort of framing to work off of, and like you said, someone there that
Yeah,
also like understands what you're doing and is going to be like the saving grace of like sensibleness as well. And like Claire Myler
yeah.
knows her shit, doesn't she? Like she's legit.
Mate, the woman doesn't sleep. She doesn't sleep. Like, she said, "Oh, message me if you wake up in the night." I'm like, all right, fine. Not expecting her to reply because I woke up at like 4 o'clock, and I didn't expect her to reply. How far I got a reply? I was like, "Do you sleep?" She's like, "No, not much."
Nah, and she seems like
Like,
the sort of person that wouldn't. I bet she is busy as fuck all of the
well,
time.
she said, "Oh, I want to make sure that like you're okay as well." And I was like, I felt like I woke her up or something. But obviously she was
Nah,
like,
what a
I didn't.
legend.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's great.
Yeah.
I've had loads of good support all around, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
No, it's been
Yeah,
a really good. I think this for you, like, and what an awesome experience. And I think it's important for people like you to sort of tell your stories and tell your side of like the comps and stuff. Because like, if you're looking at it, if people say sign up to Strength Register and they like have a look and they're like, oh, like Steph came last, like for you then to be like, nah, that was fucking like I've had a sick time. Like it was really good. I hit all
yeah,
my goals. Like, and all it's done is want me to like push more to move up the
mm.
ranks and do a bit more. And like that's fucking class. You've got to start somewhere.
There's only one direction from last, isn't there?
Exactly. Can only go upwards, Steph. Can only go upwards. I love that attitude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
so
class.
yeah.
Right. Well, let's get into the podcast then. So, what is your strong woman high, Steph? I already know it.
um, yeah, I think. Well, we could probably like put it in a nutshell with deadlifts in general. I'm always surprised in a comp because they're my least favorite, but I seem to do all right in them in a comp. But I don't know if maybe that's because I am overthinking it. But yeah, the first one really that really sticks in my mind was that first. It was a deadlift ladder, and I'd never ever pulled the 110. I was only just sort of doing the 100 at the time, and I just flew through it. In fact, I think I came third in that event on that one. But I picked it up. It just went straight up. Like there was nothing. It went straight up, no issue. You could just see me toddle off like, what the fuck? Like, and I was so hyper. But then it messed up my second event because my adrenaline was pumping that much and I was so excited. My legs were literally useless, and it was a log press, which apparently you
Oh,
need your
no.
legs for.
Yeah, probably a bit.
I still managed 4 reps out, and I think it was on 40, which again was like, I was struggling to get like 37 or something before that. Like, like I'd never touched that kind of thing before, like 5, 6 months before doing it. I
Yeah.
never even touched anything like that. So it was all very new, but yeah, it was fun. But yeah, that still, that's my go-to story. And first beginners comp, like that was
Hell
fucking mint.
yeah. Hell, I love that. And as well, I always feel like that the first comp that you ever do. I remember my first comp and I like did way better than I expected. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this is good fun. Like
Well,
I'm way stronger than I expected.
yeah. Well, that was the first comp I signed up for, but when because there was a Atlas Stone over yoke in it, and obviously nothing actually matches an actual stone. Like unless like I practice with medicine balls, it's really not the same. And Hull Strongest was the only place that had them or that I found. And there was a place in Scarborough, but for me, where I am, to get to the other end of Scarborough, it was just as much to go to Hull Strongest. And my daughter's dad was in Hull as well, so I thought, oh, I might as well just do a round trip. Um, and I ended up talking to people there, and it was Holly says, "Oh, you should do this." And I'd said, "Oh, I've already signed up for it." It was 2 weeks before my first one, by the way. And I was like, I said, "She should do Knowles." And I was like, and then I was looking at the weights and they were all a bit less. It was a first timers one. So
Yeah.
they were all a bit less than what I was training for. And I was like, yeah, all right then.
Fuck it.
And
Let's do it.
yeah, exactly that. And I thought, and actually, I'm glad I did because it gave me a practice run of commands and, like what you're supposed to do before I did that beginners comp. And it was Katie, last name's gone
Smith.
from my head. Yes, it was Katie Smith refereeing, and she was lovely, and yeah, so it was getting used to doing that. It did help for when I did that beginners comp, so I was like prepared. So it served a purpose, and I ended up qualifying as it happened, but that was
Yeah.
interesting. So and then I
Hell
met you.
yeah. Hell yeah. What a story. No, I love
I know.
that. And because you drive to Hull Strongest, tell everybody about your training schedule and what your setup for the week is like, because this is intense as fuck, isn't it?
So I train on a Friday night, Saturday, and a Sunday, and I don't train in the week really. I sometimes get cardio in when I have to cut, like now. But yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and my drive to the gym is about 45 minutes each way,
Fucking
obviously.
solid, that. Fucking
Yeah,
solid.
but it's got everything there. Like there is a more conventional gym a bit close. I mean, that's about 10 minutes from me, but it doesn't, like if I wanted to do like a deadlift session, I mean, even the squat rack's a bit not great. Like
Yeah.
it's okay, but for me, it doesn't feel secure enough for the weights I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
I want to know that if I drop it, it's gonna get caught, whereas I feel like their frame might fall over. Like, I
Yeah.
don't
Or
know
you're
how
gonna get bollocked
powerlifters
for
do it.
dropping weights. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how powerlifters do it because to me that frightens the crap out of me. The fact that there's nothing apart from people to catch your
Yeah.
weights. Like I just don't know how they do it. I mean, hats off. That's a different thing, but yeah, I like the safety bars.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, absolutely. And to
Yeah,
be fair, I think if I lived it's 2 hours for me to get to Hull, and sometimes I will just drive to Hull for a session because it is
yeah.
such a good gym. There is so much kit in there. I think it's probably one of the best set up strongman gyms in like the UK, I would say, for the amount of kit that is in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like obviously a bit biased being there, but it's like I think if he doesn't have it, he'll make it.
Yeah, 100%. And then even
If
stuff
someone's
that
doing a comp,
just random stuff. He's like, "Oh, we've got this now," and you're like, "What?" Like that one-arm log dumbbell thing he's got. I'm like, "Why would it
oh
ever
yeah.
need this?" But he's like, "No, no, I've got it." I'm like, right,
there's, there's someone that trains there and he just makes it. He's made a shield. You know the shield that's for like
class.
I think I think Masters England has it. He's made a
Yeah,
shield like that, and so we've got one of those now. But yeah, if we
mint.
don't have it, he either gets it or it's made or something. And like it's almost like if you don't have it, you don't need it.
Yeah, 100. That's what Hulls feels like. Yeah, if it's not
Yeah,
there, you probably don't need it.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I would totally agree with
yeah.
that. It's such a cool gym, isn't it? How did you get into strongman in the first place? Tell us that story.
It was a fuck it moment.
We love those.
So, well, I started training with my friends, Jess and Adam, and Jess, they'd done it comps before, um, and Jess said, "Oh, do you fancy doing this strongman comp with me?" And to me, like, it was just like strongman. I think I said this to you last time. Strongman to me was big fuck off men lifting stuff that no humans are supposed to lift. Like it was strong
Yeah.
man, like that. You know the ones you see at Christmas. That was the strong man that I ever think. I never imagined well, to be honest, I've never seen women do it before, really, at all, let alone me do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've trained weights since the early 20s. I've always done like weight training, not necessarily to like max lift, but to be strong. And then she showed me the weights, and I thought, oh well, I don't think I'll be able to do it, but sod it, I'll do the training with you and see how we get on. Um, and yeah, we went. So Adam's had a gym set up on a farm. So he had like, and he'd bought quite a lot of strongman kit himself as he'd gone on, like got a collection. And then I gave it a go, and I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is cool. Covered in fucking bruises from trying the. I've got a shiner on here as it is, like, because I picked up a natural stone the other day.
Oh god. Natural stones are the
like,
worst for bruises, though. Oh my god, you get covered in them from them.
This is like I know when I first started, I think my skin's gotten like used to it, because when I first started, doing the year over here, absolutely all different shades of bruises all over here, like absolutely covered in them, and my legs. And I don't seem to get them as much anymore. Or maybe I'm not trying hard enough.
No, I do. I think this is a thing. I don't know any science behind it at all. So if you are like in, I don't know, medicine, I guess, or like anatomy or something,
Yeah,
then prove me wrong. But I think that is a thing, because the more I train stones, the less I get bruised or like
yeah,
rip my arms. Like if like if I started training stones now, my arms would instantly bruise. But then in about 4 weeks, won't get it at all. Won't get it. It won't bother
yeah,
me whatsoever. Like
yeah.
your skin definitely does thicken up a bit, doesn't it?
I mean, I made the mistake of having bare arms giving it a go, so my bad.
No, always go bare arms, mate. Nah, bare arms is the way. I love it. I can't have anything on my arms unless it's. I do for that shield carry. I like a bit of vet wrap for that, but that's more just because it feels sticky and it sticks the shield to you a
You
little bit.
do you think like elbow wrap? I don't really wear elbow. I can't get on with elbow wraps. I mean, I need to, because as it's getting heavier, I can feel like, like the inside of your elbows a little bit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to prevent something happening. But also, I had some real thin ones, and they became my like tacky sleeves. So like put the tape around that, because when I had it for the North final, the tape slipped down, and I had like, I couldn't get it because it was so sweaty and hot. And I was like, God, and I ended up with tacky on there, and it rips your skin, and I'm like, this is vile.
No, see, that's where you need
So
to
they
thicken
kind of
the
helped stop.
skin. Yeah, you need to thicken the
Yeah,
skin there. You need to. This is why I'm going for thick forearm skin. Like once you've ripped it a few times, it does stop. It's just the first
got
few are a bit shit.
skin like leather.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, someone will try and stab me, and I'll be like, nah, bro. Just like my own body armor. No one's getting me. Class,
But they
right?
just
Well,
stop it hurting as much.
yeah, I'm with you. It is painful. I haven't done a big stone block for ages, but stones just aren't. They're not coming up in comps anymore. We've lost them nearly, haven't we? So
They're in
it's
the
a bit
next. They're in the next two whole strongest comps. Just saying.
Ooh, of course they are. Fucking Ben knows how to run a proper comp. He's keeping them Atlas stones
In
alive
fact,
for us, isn't he?
I think is it beginners in no, it's the whole strongest in May, at the end of May. He's got a natural stone and a stone to barrel at the end, I believe.
Ooh,
So he's got Atlas stone and a natural stone involved. So
I
there's
might have
like an
to have a look
overhead
at
medley.
this.
Yeah, there's an overhead medley, which is the circus dumbbell, monster dumbbell, natural stone press, and
Ooh,
then the log dumbbell thing that he's got.
oh,
Um, there might be something else in there, and I might not have got the order right, so don't quote me because I haven't looked at it for a bit. And then I'm pretty sure it's stone loading at the end. That's normally what he does,
oh.
because the whole strongest comes, he's like
This then.
he has like a queen of the stones or king of the stones, like who could do it the fastest. So he definitely has
Yeah,
them in there. And then the beginners
nice.
and
Oh,
inters one I'm doing it. The beginners and inters one in March is stone over yoke. There's always stone.
class. I feel like in grassroots comps, there's way more stones now. And to be honest, like this year, I want to do the natural pathway. Like I'm going to do UKs and stuff. And I'm like, if Europe's is at the right time, I'll do Europe's and Worlds and that. But I actually found so many really good, like grassroots level comps to compete in that have opens women's categories. And I think I'm just going to do a few of them this year. Cause like,
There's
there's one in fucking
two,
Flamingo Land in June, and I was like, fuck yeah, this looks like a right laugh. And there's a max silver dollar in it. I was like, it's like this was fucking made for me in
I
Flamingo
did
Land
that
and
one.
max silver dollar.
I did that one last year. It was North Yorkshire's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that last year. It was at Malton Showground last year.
And that looked
boiling.
mint. Yeah.
It was so hot. And it was a very, very long day, but it was so hot. But yeah, no, it was cool at Flamingo Land. But you should have a look at 29th of May, I think 29th of May, last weekend of May. It's the whole strongest one.
I'll have a look
play
at
with some
this.
stones.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna do a load of grassroots comps this year, mate. Do loads of women's opens, grassroots on, and just have a fucking laugh. Because that's what I need to do this year. Just enjoy it a bit. Do the natty pathway, that can be me serious competition bit, but then just fuck about for the rest of it, because I miss it, mate. I miss doing grassroots stuff. Like, it's fucking well fun.
It's good as well, and like people play, like when you do start doing the, like the pathways that you're doing, and you forget about those, and it's like they're the things that you need to support the gyms as well. Like, I like to try and get around a bit, just even if it is just to support the gyms, just because I think it's such a niche environment. It's quite, important to try and keep that network going. And
100%.
Do try. Can't do everything though, can you?
You can't do everything. No, I totally agree. You can't do everything. And I think, to be honest, like you are right. You get into the pathways, like the national pathways stuff, and then like for me, I've done the England's the untested, and I could go and do the Brits at the under 82. But when you just like, I looked at the events and I was like, these are fucking shit. Like, I just don't care. Like, I don't want to do.
It's very similar now, don't they?
Yeah, it's the same shit. And I think, would you rather do that, or would you rather go to Flamingo Land? I know what I'd rather fucking do. So fuck this. I'm gonna just cut out the untested pathway. I think this year. I'm not even sure I'll do Europe's and that. I'll just wait and see what the events are, because I'm not just doing the same fucking boring 5 events every time for official strongman. I'm over it. Bored of it. Official strongman.
There needs to be a competition without deadlifts.
Nah, we need just silver dollar. Like, I don't mind a deadlift.
That's not too bad. It's a bit higher up.
As long as it's from 18-inch, I'll do a deadlift any day of the week. I fucking love an 18-inch deadlift. It's so easy. Nah, I do agree. I hate deadlifts. To be fair though, I am doing a strength block now, and I am actually quite enjoying them because they feel okay, which is like unbelievable. But we're getting there.
I'm not getting pain anymore like I was, which is good.
Hell yeah.
Which, we know who we can add to the help in that one.
Top physio.
You could come do a competition and have a physio session as well.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Well, I do want to try and physio some comps this year. It's just the problem is I'm either competing at them or I'm fucking running them, or I'm like just busy as fuck. So, but I do want to do some physio in at comps this year. I think it'd be really good crack that. Like, apart from if there's any injuries, I get enough of that doing rugby. I don't want any severe injuries. I'll do the comps where no one's getting badly injured, please. But yeah. Anyway,
Strongman, though, like.
Yeah, to be fair,
that rich.
Strongman. Everyone's getting injured. Silly thing.
I went to have a play. That's where I got the boost trying to do the natural stone press, and I was like, this feels like a head injury waiting to happen. Like, I'm literally pressing a stone above my head. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I always think this whenever I see Fingal's finger in a comp. I'm always like, oh my god, this fills me with dread. Like, as a comp promoter, like we have a Fingals in the gym, and as a comp promoter, every part of me wants to never ever use that in a competition because it is so scary watching people do that. You're like, nah, this can't be good.
No, there's all sorts in there. You start watching like 80s Strongman, and you're like, oh my god.
There's no health and safety back there. No one give a fuck. No, it's funny as fuck though, isn't it? Well, while we're on the subject, then
proper log.
Yeah. It's just a tree.
Log.
Yeah, I love shit like that. But while we're on the subject then of terrible things, let's move on to your Strongwoman lows, shall we? Because that segued beautifully.
Uh, yeah, so I'm struggling with this one, innit? Because I don't think I've had a particularly low one, and as a strong woman really at the minute. I mean, I hurt myself before I really got into it, and that's been a bit of a struggle. But I don't really think I've had much of a low, to be honest, so far. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been moments where I've been like nearly like in tears because I just got so frustrated with myself.
Yeah.
Usually at the end of a block when you've got nothing left. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I said last time I put there where I injured. Well, I tore a muscle in the end, didn't I? I didn't know I'd done that, but I couldn't walk properly for 3 days. That was funny. Yeah, like literally
Yeah.
taking like 3 steps and getting electric shocks through my whole entire body and just stood there like this for ages. And then people were like, "You okay?" I was like,
No, I'm internally
I'm,
dying.
I'm like, we'll be in a minute, just need my body to stop spazzing. Um, and then, um, yeah, I mean, that does still like raise its ugly head every so often, but it's get on with it. And I'm a hell of a lot stronger than I was then. I mean, even at that point when I actually did hurt myself, I did it on a 60 deadlift, which was easy as well. I I was trying to work on speed and I just obviously got the angle wrong and I pulled up and obviously because I was doing it fairly fast, that was just like I felt it
Yeah.
pop. Um and then it took me ages to get over the brain, the mental block. And even now that's why I struggle with the deadlifts because I get to a certain point and if I feel even the slightest little twinge, I'm like, that's it. And I can't even pick up anything. Like
Yeah.
I can't even pick up warm up weight after that because my brain's just like,
Just
not doing it.
shuts it off. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
I've started getting to that point where I am starting to overcome that a little bit.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's probably always going to be in it, I think. But just it's definitely taught me to listen to my body, which is good. So
100%. It just takes time. I mean, I've had, like, I've had exactly the same thing as you pretty much. Like,
mm,
I injured myself right at the beginning on my back, like, lifting 120 kilos, which was like, at the time, I was meant to be first doing it for a set of 10. And the first rep, I was like,
mm,
oh shit, I'm fucked. Like, this is not
yeah,
going well.
yeah. Does
So,
make hard deadlifts very difficult though, because I've got weak ass now.
yeah, no, 100%. And I've done the whole thing. I've gone through all my deadlift mechanics. I've gone through everything. I've had hypno, I've had everything. And like, only now at this point, like, 7 years later, am I nearly like at a point where I'm
Mm,
like, yeah, I'm comfortable with this now. I can listen to my body and go, maybe this isn't the day to hit a heavy deadlift. Maybe drop back what I was programmed and be sensible about it. But like, good thing for you, it's not taking you 7 years. You've made it there in like 2. So
yeah,
like,
yeah. I think being patient is definitely a thing, and I really had to do that. You know, like where you step in front of like 40 kilograms, and you know that's lighter than you've ever done, and you're just like, it's fine, it's fine, it's not forever, it's fine.
yeah,
We're just building here. We're just getting, and it's like I was like actually having conversations with myself, saying, you know, like stop comparing yourself to yourself. Like this is the point you're at now, and you're not going to get any further forward if you keep going backwards in your head. So just get on with it.
yeah,
Not always easy, and do get very frustrated. I post my frustrations on things. I think it's funny sometimes. It's like you can see me going, but like, it's just because I know it is a mental block. I know I can physically do it. Like I'm sure I could physically pull up more than 130 if I like strength wise, but I just can't get over myself.
yeah.
Or I haven't so far. Um, but yeah, I'd rather take my time and not hurt myself again. Like if I
a
feel the
hundred
twinge,
percent.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, I totally agree with you. I think taking that time and being patient with
yeah,
all injuries, I think is super, super important, but especially with
yeah,
back pain, like, because it is one of them, like, it will rear its head every so
yeah,
often. It will come back round and it will try and sting you. And the better you get at dealing with that, and the better you get at like slowly getting yourself back into it, like, if I twinge my back now, one of the first things I will go and do in the gym, the minute it has calmed down, is go back to deadlifting. And whether, like you said, whether that's just a bar at the start,
mm,
like, I will force myself to go and do it because
yeah,
you need to get it in your head that it's not this movement that is causing me pain. It is not this
Yeah.
movement that is injuring me. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances. You need to get
Yeah, because
back on the
actually,
horse.
if you're doing the deadlift properly, like it shouldn't you shouldn't really feel it that much in your back. Obviously, you take some of the weight, like when it gets heavy, but it's your legs, really, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's like I've said, my mum said, "Oh, worry about your back and blah blah blah." I was like, "Mum, if I hurt my back, I'm doing something wrong. That's the
yeah,
problem. Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not doing it right if I hurt my back. So as long as I'm doing it right, I'm okay." But
100%.
um,
Yeah.
I do think that hurting myself early on has made me more engaged with my body. So I am very, maybe too much aware, but I think it's protecting me from doing anything more damaging at the minute, touch wood, because do a lot of stupid things.
Yeah, no, so to be fair, I'm with you on that. I do stupid shit all the time. So yeah, but I totally agree. Like for ages, like I used to deadlift and my back would be like so bad, like such bad DOMs for days after. Like if I went anywhere near whatever my max was at the time, it's gonna take me 2 weeks to recover from. Whereas
Mm,
now, like I can hit pretty decent numbers fairly regularly, and the only thing that hurts all of the time is my hamstrings. Like they feel like they're gonna
yeah.
pop off at any moment. But I'm like, but at least that's what should be feeling it. Like, not
Yes.
just my
Some
lower back.
occasionally down the like side of me, your abs when you've been bracing a lot,
Yeah.
and like my lats occasionally get a bit achy, but bottom of my back doesn't. Like say, like I feel like I must have crossed the barrier, and it doesn't get as bad. Like I don't get pain, I get aches, but I don't get pain, which is
Yeah,
good. Um,
absolutely. Little steps forward, that's all we need. If we can get away from pain into just aches, that's a fucking
yeah,
plus.
a little bit inflamed this weekend, but I think that's just to be expected.
Fucking hell, mate. Honestly, like you said, I felt like I'd been hit by a fucking bus on Sunday and
I
then
really thought I
Monday
got away
too.
with it as well. I really thought I got away with it as well because through the week I was tired and grumpy, but I always am after the weekend when I've done a lot of training anyway. So I was tired, but physically I felt fine. And it was Thursday or Friday, I think. And I work in an office, I sit down a lot, and I got up and I was like, "Oh, that's a bit pinchy." Like, it's like walking like the Tin Man all of a sudden. I was like, "Where did that come from?"
Yeah.
Like it knew I was going to go to the gym soon. It's like, yeah, have this.
Oh, 100%. I felt rough as anything. And then I trained my first session on Wednesday and I actually felt okay on Thursday. I was like, wow,
Mm,
this is all right. I might have recovered all right from this. I trained again on Friday, Saturday. Oh no.
it's
Yesterday,
mad, isn't
I
it?
I was ruined yesterday. And then this morning I wasn't great either. And I was like, fucking hell, this is taking some recovering
Uh,
from, but
you don't
back on the
realize
horse now.
how long your body actually must need just to recover from. Because like I said, I don't feel like yes, I did definitely push myself, but like I say, like normally I train 3 times a week, all in the same thing. So you'd think I'd be used to it, but apparently not.
I think it's the mixture of everything though. It's the comp adrenaline and it's
Adrenaline.
like that like I was so mentally fatigued on Sunday. Like I was with like
Mm,
a couple of mates and when we were in the car on the way home, I was like, I can't talk anymore. Like I've got no words
yeah.
left. I just want to sit quiet.
Just absorbing so many people around you. There's just
Yeah.
so much going on.
It was
Um,
overwhelming, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean, there was a point where I was like, yeah, I think later on that night, we went for food, but I think I went and laid on my bed for about half an hour or an hour or so, just in silence. I was like, I just can't process anything right now. Like, I'm just like, I just can't. I mean, I'm not, yeah, do get a bit social, uh, yeah, overwhelming. You really just absorb everybody's energy, don't you? And it's just like, woo, that was fun. And
100%. Yeah.
now the adrenaline's worn off. I'm like bloated. I really want to just be in a room by myself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, I was exactly the same as that, exactly the same. It's funny, isn't it, how it works? But right, well, let's move on then to the final question. So, what would you say to yourself when you first started the sport?
um, enjoy it, and yeah, do just focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't compare yourself to yourself more than anything. Like what you did yesterday doesn't necessarily mean what you're going to do today. And yeah, like you have the people you can look up to, and like the people that like I've obviously followed quite a lot of strong women, and like the advice and things that come through are really amazing and important, but you got to take it and work out what works well for you.
Yeah.
Like everybody will have an opinion and everybody will have a tip which on how you should do something and what works for them, but at the end of the day you can take those on board, but you really need to work out what works for you with the knowledge of the technique, if that makes sense. So like someone
Yeah.
will give you the knowledge of the technique, but then you've still got to find out how it works for you.
Yeah.
And don't get sort of like swamped down by everybody being a coach.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's super important. Yeah, taking
Yeah.
everything with a pinch of salt. But I also agree, like getting it in. It's almost like getting inspiration from people, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then not then comparing yourself to people and
Yeah.
like making it into like a horrible cycle of just comparison all of the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like that a
I mean,
lot. And there is
have conversations with these people that are experienced and take on board, and like that's valuable. It's valuable, but still don't feel like you have to do it this way because somebody's told you exactly that's how you do it.
yeah,
There's we know there's techniques to everything, but that's still like there's still slight tweaks that people have for themselves, don't they, that works better for them.
yeah, absolutely. No, I love that. I think that's fucking really good advice. That there was a lot of little gems in there, wasn't there? I feel like there was too many. I'm trying to unpick them all now. No, that was yeah, that was really good. And I do agree with you. There's so many coaches out there now, like, and there's a lot of people that think that their way is the way. There is one way, and it is theirs. And I think you're totally right. Like that, everyone is completely different, and especially in this sport where there's so many different events and there's so many different shapes and sizes of people that are doing it. Like you have to be able to change up and like make different changes for people depending on what they can do. And I think that's like, if you find a coach that can do that for you, like I know Ben coaches you, doesn't he? And he's a fantastic coach.
Yeah.
Like he's a really, really good
Yeah,
coach.
he is, and he does say to me, he says, like, I can show you how I do it. I can tell you the technique and what works for me, but you still got like figure out how it works for you. There's little things like how you get hold of the yoke. I
Yeah.
like to push it out. Some people like to cup it round. Neither way is wrong, but
Yeah,
it's how you feel more comfortable.
absolutely.
I don't know, there's also I like when I lap the sandball or the stones, I get really low, so I can really pop up and use my legs, whereas other people don't. But that's
Yeah.
how I've done it, and that's how I find it works because I need the power to come from my legs, to give me that sort of to like jolt me up, if you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I get
No.
really low. I don't think I need to get as low as I do, but I do. So I think I kind of sit with it for a little bit, give it a little hug, and I'm like, give myself, and then I can really take a breath in and really think, am I going to do this? Just sit there
I do
quite
the
comfortably.
same. I like being dead low in it because I totally agree
Yeah,
with you. I think you can get such a good pop out of that like hole in the bottom,
yeah.
can't you? Like if you just bounce a little bit, oh my god, it's great. No, I'm with you on that. I'm the same. So we do exactly the same on that.
I do also
Class.
like squats, so that maybe works hand in hand on there.
I've just started doing squats again this block, and I've remembered
I
that
love
I do
squats.
actually fucking love them. I know when you said the other day, and then I was like, nah, fuck, I hate a squat in a strongman comp. But that's only because in Worlds I had to do it in 2023, and I was fucking shit at it. But it was on an axle bar. It was squats with an axle bar with a Pollins
Uh,
wheels, like the worst variation of
that's what
squats
I'm
you could
doing in my
possibly
next
have.
comp.
Nah, I hate that. I hate that. Like that's a
I don't
shit
mind it, but
variation.
then I've been used to it. I've been training it for quite a while now with the axle. I think I can probably do round about the same as I can on a standard bar. So
Can you?
like, so I've used it for a while. I almost like feel like when I'm not using it, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Got too much, not enough room for your hands.
Like,
You're
because
like,
I'm
where
trying
do
to
they
keep it
go?
on with keep
Why
the
is the bar
bar,
so
and then like, when I've
small?
got a standard bar, I'm like, just
Oh
sits on my
no.
back.
No, I did not like axle squats. No, I'm not a fan. You're not going to convince me of that. Definitely not. No. Right. Well, let's move on then to the final part of the podcast. So we are on to the Silly Goose section.
Silly Goose. It's Silly Goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly Goose. It's Silly Goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's Silly Goose time.
Do you have a silly goose you would like to bring to the table?
No, I don't think so. I'm interested to see what your silly goose question is.
I know. Well, my last question for you was, what would you like to climb, wasn't it? Because I'd been watching that skyscraper thing. So what? I can't even remember what I picked.
I can't remember. I do know that we ended up talking about having suctions on your hands and climbing up like the glass windows.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I wanted to climb up the shard like a lizard, didn't I?
It.
Yeah, no, that was it. You said Mount Everest, didn't you? Because you just didn't want to be able to die up there.
Yeah, because I think I would die.
The preface of the question was that you couldn't die if you climbed up it. So that was your choice, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a volcano would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I mean, I have actually stood on a live volcano in Lanzarote. There was like they had like a barbecue thing on the top of it. It was really like, remember they had like a metal floor, and if you stood on it, your shoes melted. So they told you not to stand on it, obviously. I remember
crazy.
that. Whether it's just a really weird memory that I've complied, because I was fairly young when I went, but I feel like I remember this kind of like barbecue setting over like a volcano.
Interesting.
I definitely went on a volcano, because there's quite a lot of live volcanoes in Lanzarote.
Yeah, I'd like to go to a live volcano, but I wouldn't like to go to one that was like spitting out lava, because I feel like I wouldn't be fast enough. It
wasn't spitting anything. I think it was like dormant, but it was still like hot.
Yeah. No, I do like the way that nature sometimes makes things hot is just so fucking weird, isn't it? Like hot springs. Like, why? Where does the heat come from? I don't understand it. There'll be some like geographical nerd that'll be like, I'll tell you where. It'll be Holly Ford, won't it? If Holly Ford's listening, she'll send me how things are hot in nature. She'll send me how.
I feel like Evelyn's learning about this in school. She's came home telling me about like the Earth's crust and the names of the different layers of the Earth the other day.
Maybe we'll ask her how hot springs happen and see if she has an answer, and then tell me.
I feel like it is something to do with like lava and stuff, but I wouldn't like to say for sure. I'm probably going to sound really stupid now.
Don't worry, don't sound as stupid as me, who's like, why are things hot? This makes no sense. Right, well, anyway, I actually do have another silly goose question for you. So if you had to put something in what are they called? I've literally just had this conversation with somebody. What's time capsule? That's it. I was thinking the word begin with a C, but it sort of doesn't, does it? It begins with time. So what if you had to put something in a time capsule? This is where this is going.
Capsule.
It's Sunday night, and as you can tell, me and Steph are absolutely off on one. We're clearly both quite tired from the week. It's been a long one, but no. If you had a time capsule, so this is going to be opened when like there's an apocalypse happening, and you've got to put something in a time capsule for someone else to find in, say, like 30, 40, 50 years or whatever, but it has to be completely fucking useless. What would you put in?
Okay. Completely useless.
Do you want me to tell you mine?
You can do. I'm feeling like, what kind of audience have we got here?
I mean, could be. To be fair, this is a pretty wild audience usually. Strongwoman High's listeners are their own interesting breed. So.
Okay. No, you go ahead then.
So I would put in, I made a trophy. You were there, weren't you? When we did the Knoll final. Was it the Knoll finals? And Gemma Jelf got it. The trophy with the goose. It was a big disco egg with a goose tied to the top of it.
Yeah, that was mint.
I would put that in with absolutely no explanation.
No context.
No context. Just a giant disco ball egg with a goose tied to the top of it. Nothing else. That's
pretty
because
good.
what's someone going to use that for? It's absolutely fucking useless. Apart from, I don't know, maybe keeping like the birds away. You could hang outside and scare the birds with it, I guess.
It'd be funny just seeing some like a geologist or something like actually pick it up and be like, what could they have used this for?
What was
like
this for?
A David Attenborough voice. Like,
yeah,
we find.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm hoping would happen to it. Is that someone would take it out and be like, what on earth was this used for?
The theories behind it. Like, what would I put in? What would be completely useless?
So I asked Ben this as well. Ben Zachary, who's living with me at the moment, and he said a Lord of the Rings DVD, but in Blu-ray, but with no DVD player. Which I also thought was fantastic.
Ah, that is a good one. I was thinking something like a mobile phone or something. I know that's really boring, but it would be completely useless because they only last like a year.
Yeah, just a dead iPhone.
Just a dead, an iPhone 6. Like, it just explode as soon as you try and put it on because it's like overload from all the updates. Like, cannot compute.
Yeah, like one of them, like just an iPod or something, just with nothing else, the one that doesn't even work, so they can't turn it on and work out what it was for. They're just like, what was this weird brick used for?
Oh, just like a USB with like nothing, no context. It's like, well, where does this go? Because I wonder if they'll even have like a laptop in that time.
Yeah, I know. I'm so like, it feels really sad that we're never going to be able to see what happens after the apocalypse, but I would love to, because I'd just love to see everyone finding all of our shit and being like, what the fuck is all this? Like,
Evelyn won't even know what like a tape is. That's like, or a VHS.
Yeah.
Like, there's, in fact, some of my friends' kids who are older than Evelyn don't know what a VHS is. Like,
yeah. Imagine how
just that concept.
It's crazy, isn't it? Imagine how obsolete so much stuff is going to be in the next like 20 years. Like, it's very exciting, but then it's also terrifying. We'll probably all be dead because AI will kill us all, won't we?
Oh, don't Terminator, Skynet.
It's coming, isn't it? It's definitely coming.
People laugh at me whenever I've said this, but I'm like, mate, hidden in plain sight.
Absolutely. We're all giving it all our information because we're chatting to it like it's our mate on our fucking phone all the time, aren't we? Telling it all our personal information.
Have to use it. So, I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about, you know, when people have like a sob story on TV or a big like story behind why they entered Strongman, and you know, like for the commentators to say. And he's like, oh, I need to write one of these for this. And I was like, put it in ChatGPT, see what it says. And I put in the Meta AI, you know, for WhatsApp, I put in one for me, and I put, I think I put like sob story for competition. And it pulled out that I'm a single mom and all this kind of thing. I was like, how the hell?
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, single mum, and this competition would mean the world to me as I struggle to make ends meet or whatever ends meet. And I was like, well, some of that's actually quite accurate. I'm like, how the heck is it? I didn't put any other context in. Literally just put that, and it pulled out I'm a single mum. I'm like, whoa.
That's
I mean,
scary.
I probably had a conversation with somebody about it, but you know, like when I'm like, okay.
Yeah, how have you compiled this evidence? This is why whenever, you know, there's those trends on Instagram and it's like, ask AI to make an image of you from everything it knows about you, or like ask AI to ask it a question about you. And I think, nah, I don't want to know how much AI knows about me. Like, I genuinely don't. It'll fill me with dread, and that'll probably be the catalyst to me trying to get off the internet completely. And I don't know.
Your social media is just absolutely filled with adverts for it.
I know, it's so annoying, isn't it? I'm well over AI. It's handy for like useful for work and stuff and uni and everything, but I just I don't want to. I'm not getting reliant on it. Sometimes I catch myself, like if I think of a question or I'm thinking of something and I think, oh, maybe I should just ask AI, and then I think, nah, I need to make sure I can still have decisive thought in my head. Like, I don't want to get reliant on this.
I do use it at work. because I do some market research. It just makes it easier
Done it
than
just.
going Google. So that's literally all it is. But I'm surprised that my Facebook feed isn't just full of like stuff about electronics, mechanics, compression things, and really boring stuff that I really don't want to know about that I just have to at work.
No, this is the problem though, because Facebook and
Construction.
Instagram, they're using their own things, aren't they? They're using their own to track all your data and send you personalised ads. I hate that too. This is why I'm getting this small holding up and going.
This is why I end up with loads of gym stuff.
Yeah, to be fair, all mine's gym.
Cute.
Yeah, it is quite handy sometimes when it knows you really well and it gives you something good and you're like, I get a lot, as you can imagine, a lot of Goose themed stuff all the time. All the
Does
time.
it help that I send you them?
Yeah, to be fair, I absolutely love it when people send me them, but it means that all my like real ads are just like Temu fucking Goose jumpers and stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm not buying this off Temu. No. Right, it's very intense.
But you really want them all.
Yeah, I'd buy them all if I could, but I mean, Ben drew the line after I'd made my mum buy me that massive like stuffed goose for Christmas. He was like, "That is the stupidest. You're 30 years old. It's like you've just bought like an 8-foot goose, like a stuffed goose for your bed." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I have." What else would I get?
I'm 38. You should see how many rubber ducks I've got in my bathroom.
Oh, you're a rubber duck collector.
I've got loads of them. One, it did start with Emily, like 1 year for some, I don't know where she got it from, but she decided that all she wanted for Christmas was rubber ducks. That's all. I said, "What do you want for Father Christmas bring it? Rubber duckies." That's it. That's all she wanted. So she just got lots of rubber ducks. She got other stuff, but we ended up getting a lot, like filling her stocking with rubber ducks. And then we just stuck. But yeah, I have quite a lot of ducks. I've got Batman duck.
I love that you've got like a weird obsession in collecting rubber ducks. That's class. That's just a weird thing that I didn't know about you that I found out from this podcast. So that was worth doing it twice, wasn't it?
Ducks and Lego helmets. I'm not.
Lego helmets?
Actually...
What?
I've seen them like I've got like a Darth Vader and a Princess Leia and a Star Wars collection of them. I'm actually gonna I should stop talking because I'm gonna lose all my cool now.
No, I love that. I love that we found out you're a little weird collector.
See that.
You are a proper nerd, aren't you?
Little nerd.
Proper little nerd, you.
I got these. Like these were like a spontaneous thing, but in one of my jobs, the girl that really, really, really annoyed me, and I really had to struggle to sort of like hold my cool. And I thought, well, at least I can have a little lightsaber. I'm like,
I would love to see you doing that. I'll be sad if I see you doing it around me, because I know that I'm obviously pissing you off, but that is hilarious. That is so fucking funny.
I'm like, I just like distracting myself. I'm too spontaneous. You shouldn't be allowed to do things like this.
Nah,
I don't regret it at all. But
it's the best. That's the best way to do things now. I absolutely love that.
That's my favourite one. That's a Spotify thing, and if you scan it, it works. It goes to NSYNC. You know the opening scene on Deadpool versus Wolverine when he does the dance.
Oh yeah.
To Bye Bye Bye. It's that song.
That's fucking class. I love that.
I love it.
I
love it.
I need to get more stupid tattoos. I'm getting too many good ones now. I need to go back to doing shit stupid ones. Like funny little tattoos like that is just so much fun to get, aren't they? Like they're so much fun. Nah, I love that.
Yeah.
Right, well, so we've really gone off tangent there, as you can imagine, as we always do. So let's
some editing to do.
Nah, nothing's getting edited, mate. It's all staying in. I can't be arsed. I'm not doing that. Right, okay. So where can people find you? And if there's anything that you want to plug or anyone that you want to promote, then do it now.
No, just if anybody does fancy a good comp, go to Hull Strongest and have a look, because he does always put a good comp on. I'm not just being biased, obviously. There's usually at least one particularly interesting event. There's car deadlift in the next one, and then there's a calf squat in the other one, so that always looks cool. Yeah, and stones, as we've mentioned. yeah, it can give me a follow on Instagram if you like. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
always
I'll
intrigued.
tag your Instagram handle in the show notes below. But thank you very much for being on the pod, Steph. Thanks for doing it a second time as well. Sorry.
It's fun. I don't know if we got more off at a tangent this time than the last time.
I feel like this one was maybe slightly more unhinged, but maybe that was because we were so comfortable after the first one. We were like, fuck it. Let's just
Too
chat
easy to
shit.
talk to, mate. It's too easy. I
No,
forget we're
that's been
recording this.
brilliant. I do. To be fair, I do fairly regularly forget I'm on a podcast and think, oh shit, what are people listening thinking? But I think that's what makes it fun, though. That's what makes it enjoyable,
Yeah, that's
doesn't
what
it?
people
So,
like.
yeah, just the shit chat. But no, thank you very much for being on. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Strongwoman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/Strongwoman Highs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as. But we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strongwoman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strongwoman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strongwoman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!